Welcome back to the Makeshift Project podcast. What number are we on?
This is 92.
92.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
92.
Closing in on 100.
Congratulations.
We're almost at 100. We have a special guest. You just saw him. Giant starting linebacker, captain, entrepreneur, Bobby Okereke.
What's up, guys?
I pronounced the last name correct, right?
That was spot on.
Okay, good.
I saw the pronunciation online because when I first heard about you, I mispronounced it. It was very off.
As most people do.
But yes, as I learned, and we've been around the Giants a little bit within our time,
Yes.
I'm quick learner. Quick learner.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
As I said before, we have a bunch of questions and a few games
Yep.
that we're going to play at the end of the podcast. But this is 92. We're going to get right into it. You just moved here last year
Yep.
from Indianapolis.
Yes, sir.
And you were in California before that,
Yep.
correct? How are you liking New York City?
I'm loving
Or,
it.
well, technically Jersey.
Jersey. I'm loving it. The pace, the speed of life here, the motion, quote unquote. It's dope.
Yeah. What's your favorite part? I'm sure you get this question all the time. What's your favorite part about New York City? Is it the food? Is it
It's
the
definitely
people?
the food. It's the sushi, honestly.
Sushi. So
Sushi.
before we have podcast guests, I try to watch or listen to a podcast with them on it prior to doing this.
Yep.
So I watched the Kay Adams one.
Okay.
And you mentioned that your favorite restaurant is that sushi place. I forget what it's called.
It
the
was two,
city.
sushi of Gari and
It was the other one.
sugarfish.
Yes, sugarfish.
fire.
And then she said she loves sugarfish.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was telling the truth or not. But she just was like, "Oh, I love that place," but she probably
I
does.
feel like as like a reporter like that, you just agree with something
You gotta hype it
sometimes.
up.
Yeah, and you just gotta go with the flow. But go to
All
sushi.
right, Kay, we're
spot.
fact checking you.
Yeah, we're fact checking. We're fact checking. One of the most impressive stats that I've heard from you is that you played every single snap last season,
Yep.
and you've only missed one game in the past 3 seasons.
Yep.
That's insane. So Zach had a question, and he just wanted to
Yeah.
ask if it hurts.
This is exactly how. No, let me phrase it the way I wanted to phrase it. At least I was gonna say you played every single defensive snap this season for the Giants.
Yep.
Does it hurt?
It hurt quite a good bit.
Okay. I've never played football, so can you just like describe to me like after a game, like what's that feel like?
Well, they say the injury rate in the NFL is 100%. So you're coming away with
Yeah.
something, whether it's a broken finger, a bruised rib, a sprained ankle, something. So after the game's not too bad because, you know, you're hyped up on adrenaline, pre-workout, energy drinks, whatever you were using to get up. And then probably the day or two after the game when the come down, that's when you're like very gingerly walking down the steps trying to stay up. So
Does it get better as this season goes on? Because I'm thinking like if I go to the gym and I haven't gone in 3 months, I'm gonna be really sore.
Yep.
Like, does it get better as the season goes?
no, it gets worse.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I can
in
believe
case
that. And
I ever
tomorrow
do.
you're right back to it. So,
Yeah,
so
right
we're
back to
filming
it.
this on the 22nd.
Yep.
22nd.
You know the date better than me because you
Yeah,
know the
because
it's a dreadful
23rd's
day
been
tomorrow.
circled on my calendar for a
Yeah.
minute.
You're probably excited, but kind of not ready to get back into it because you just you're coming off vacation, right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's not too much vacation
True.
because we're training. So for me, it is exciting. I know you mentioned the entrepreneurship stuff earlier on, but you know, I'm excited because I get to just be a football player again.
Yeah.
Kind of put all the business stuff, finance stuff to the side, and you know, get to do what I love.
Yeah, that makes sense. And so the fact that you've played every single game this past season, only missed 1 game in the past 3 seasons, never missed a snap. I am comparing you to Mikal Bridges.
Okay.
Oh.
So Mikal Bridges has never missed an NBA game in his entire career,
Really?
and he's basically the NBA Iron Man.
Okay.
I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan.
Respect.
So it's kind of sad that he's on the Knicks now.
The Knicks now. Represent the Knicks.
Represent
This is
the
what we
Knicks.
love. This is what we love.
But I mean, that's not a bad guy to be compared to. You
No,
and Mikal
100%.
are carrying New York right now.
Cal Ripken Jr.
Cal Ripken Jr.
He has the record for most played games in a row in MLB.
in any sport.
I think it's like over 2,000 games, which
Dang.
I don't think you're going to get there.
Yeah.
Just 'cause statistically, I think you'd
Might
have to
take
play
a-
for like
yeah.
120 years. But yeah, he's the Iron Man.
Are
They call him
you?
Iron Man in baseball.
So you grew up in California. Are you California sports fandom?
A little bit. You know, Angels fan growing up.
Okay.
I liked the the Raiders a lot when they were in Oakland.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like just overall sports fan.
Okay. But now you got to root for the New York teams. I'm assuming.
For sure.
I'm assuming
That loyalty.
That'd be a bad. That'd be a bad omen. I have one game for you right off the bat,
Yep.
just to get it out of the way. So I want you to rate your teammates' fits, like their
Okay.
game day fits from last season. I
right.
have 4 photos for you from 4 of your current teammates.
So this is blind ranking.
No, this is just I want you to give me like a 1 through 10 on how nice their fit is,
Oh really?
and if you would wear it.
Respect.
All right.
Respect.
Rate your teammates' game day fits on a scale from 1 through 10.
All right.
This one's crazy. All right, first we got Kayvon Thibodeau. So I don't know what game this was after, but I think it was last season.
Okay, a little Mad Hatter.
Oh yeah, he's got the Christmas pajamas. He said his grandma gave him those pajamas.
Yeah, it's a little wrinkled, but maybe it's post game, pre game, maybe a little less wrinkled.
Get the iron out. Get steam it or something.
She's got the chain out, the watch. I'll give us a solid 7, 6.5, 7.
Okay, would you wear it?
Maybe not.
You're not a top hat guy.
It gives up a little bit of pajama vibes, but
It definitely does. It definitely does.
if it's ironed, I might get a little clearer picture. But
Okay.
Kayvon's got swag. I like
That's
it.
fair. He definitely does. My fun fact: whenever I see a top hat, did you know Abe Lincoln never wore a top hat?
Really?
That's a fun fact.
Damn.
If you
I
look
was
it
going to
up,
compare it to Abe Lincoln, and you've told me that fact before.
yeah, that's my
So
go-to fun
it's been
fact.
propaganda this whole time.
Yeah. It's like a Mandela effect.
All right, we got the next one coming in. All right, we got Brian Burns.
Ooh wee!
Woo!
Spider Burns got the spider web suit jacket with
The
the hat
chain.
and the chain. I mean, that's got to be at least an 8.5, if not a 9.
Yeah, that's a crazy fit.
It's on brand.
It
too.
is. It's so on brand. That's
It's
when he
on
was in
brand.
Carolina, but obviously.
What's he drinking?
Yeah, what is he drinking? A little Frappuccino action. I feel like that brings down the
iced
fit.
macchiato or something.
I feel like you got to dress it up. I feel like I might take down the fit. Maybe it's an 8.5. Could have been a 9 without the iced macchiato.
We'll stick with the 8.5.
Okay, that's fair.
And then we got Daniel Jones.
Got it.
This looks like first day of college.
I was thinking like
This has got to be young DJ, like second or third year in the league.
Yeah. I think that's when I was working for the Giants. He was dressed like that.
This looks like frat house investment banker DJ.
It does. Straight
Going in
out of
for a
college.
shift. I don't know. This is like intern.
Shoes are solid.
The shoes are solid.
I'll give him a 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Solid.
Would you wear it?
I might spruce it up a little bit, but for a pregame fit, no. Out networking, investment
Yeah.
stuff, yeah, I'd wear that.
It's like all business. It's all business.
It's
He
all
came in,
business.
yeah. But
But the backpack gives me like a high school college.
That's what it
vibes.
is. It gives exactly
is what it
that.
is.
This is like Friday Night Lights when you got to dress up before
Yeah.
football games.
Yeah, 100%.
That's good.
And we got one more. We got Kayvon Thibodeau Part 2.
All right, KT.
I like his swag. I don't hate it, but this one
This is a little much.
I want a honest opinion.
It's an interesting one.
It is an interesting one.
So I respect, what do you even call the bravery?
I respect the confidence to go
I
belly
respect
out.
the confidence. You got the Louis V belt, the pants, maybe a little tight. The shirt.
The Louis V bag to match.
You know what? It's kind of growing on me, to be honest with you.
It's swaggy.
What is this chain? I'm trying to get in on this chain. I can't even tell.
Oh,
what it
it's
is.
his foundation. Dream.
Oh, so you got to give it an extra point.
I got it. Yeah, a 7.5.
Okay. So what was the best fit? Was it Brian Burns?
It was Burnsy for sure.
How was playing with Burns? Or I guess you haven't really
Yeah, I
played
played
with
a game
him
with
yet.
him. Yeah, I mean OTAs. The dude's electric.
Yeah.
and like anytime he talks about pass rush, I'm like pulling out a paper and taking notes just because he's.
I
smooth.
mean, we're gonna have. I say we as if I'm on the team. You're gonna have an
it's
insane
we.
pass rush.
It's
It is
we.
we. It is we. Well, it's not we.
You taking the field?
It's not we.
I'm a Dolphins fan.
Jeez,
Listen, it's
boo.
nothing. So Zach Thomas.
Yep.
My name is Zach Thomas. My dad
right.
was a Dolphins fan. He named me after Zach Thomas. He's my
Okay.
namesake. So I feel like I didn't really have a choice.
Respect.
And the year that I became a Dolphins fan, I was Giants and Dolphins. I still kind of root for the Giants. I don't wish poorly.
You just
upon
saying
them.
that because you're sitting
Probably.
next to the
Yeah,
captain.
maybe a little bit. I'm not, it's not like I'm like rooting against them.
Maybe that's why.
But the year in 2008, the Giants won the Super Bowl. I chose to be a Dolphins fan. They went 1-15.
Sheesh.
So like
That's good.
they're honestly lucky that I'm not a Giants fan.
Yeah.
Like that's you're avoiding
good.
a lot of
Good
you know,
karma.
yes, pain and misery.
but talking about the Giants' history,
Yep.
if you could bring back one former Giants player to play with, who would you bring back? So you could play alongside or just on the same team.
I mean, LT's a no-brainer.
That's kind of what I thought the layup would be.
But I mean, Harry Carson. I
Yeah?
met him at the Giants 100 dinner, and just to speak with him and pick his brain and see how he just thinks about leadership. I think that would be an incredible teammate to learn from.
He's the man.
He's a man.
He's like one of the nicest guys.
For
too.
sure. He's a stud. He's a businessman. He's very professional. Like that's a guy I truly look up to.
Yeah, well, it's got to be a defensive player if you're not
For
picking
sure.
him. It's like you could pick Strahan, you could go Justin
True.
Tuck,
O.C. Wanyora,
OC, JPP, Carl
Sheesh.
Banks. You go
Justin
Carl.
Tuck.
Justin Tuck. Justin Tuck, the coolest face mask in the league, by the way.
For sure.
I think they banned it.
How do you choose the face mask? Is it just a preference thing?
Yeah, it's preference. Some
Yeah.
guys aren't particular. Some guys go for the extra swag effect.
Very fair.
So Zach thinks highly of himself for when he plays sports.
Yep.
What is this about?
It's the question that you wrote down
As you should.
Which one? Which one are you talking about?
Confidence is
you
key.
playing football.
Oh, yeah, no. this one,
You
this
wrote
one
it
will
down,
get
not
you.
me.
Yeah. Did I skip it on here? Whatever. I'll just ask you. Oh, it's number 6 here. Okay.
Yeah.
We've debated this on the channel before, and we've gone through and we're thinking like, okay, basketball, like how many points can you score in an NBA game? How many, can you play in a professional sport? We're not professional athletes, clearly.
Clearly.
But we played in high school. We got
right.
a little bit of swag to us, maybe
Yeah.
some club basketball in college.
Okay.
So I wanted to ask an NFL player because I figured you'd give me the best answer.
Yep.
If I got 20 rushing attempts in a game, how many yards am I rushing for? Do you want context on ask any questions?
What like
Who's the
Give
offensive
me like a
line, maybe?
mediocre O line, like
Mediocre O-line?
15th in the league.
Is he the middle linebacker?
Sure.
you might end the game with like -7 rushing. Like you might gain a couple, but you're definitely having at least a couple tackles for like TFLs.
Which is completely fair.
So net, I'm saying maybe -6.
Okay, I run like a 5-second 40.
I think
that-
you're faster than that.
Yeah,
think
it's
so?
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
that
you're
was like
faster
that
than
was
that.
Kobe.
I think
you
I
also
run
gotta
a 5
think
second
like 20 attempts, like you're gonna be gun ho fired up first and second
Yeah.
carry. Like if you get smacked a couple times,
Yeah.
you really gonna be wanting to running that ball the 10th, 11th,
How many fumbles?
at least 5.
That's completely fair.
20%.
I just
25%
figured I was
of the
like
time.
logically trying to think through it.
At least
and
5.
I looked up Tom Brady's career rushing stats. Yes, he was a quarterback, so it's a little different. But he averaged 1.6 yards per carry in his career.
For sure.
I feel like I'm faster than Tom Brady.
Oh. You think you're faster than Tom Brady?
What did Brady run like a 5.3?
I don't know. I feel like you got to fact check that.
No, I'm just gonna go off the dome.
You might be close.
That's something close. I feel like I am faster than Tom Brady.
Maybe.
So if he averaged 1.6 in his career, I was like, maybe I could average like 2 yards in like a good game.
In
If
a good
tackle
game.
for losses,
I'm gonna
didn't
get
count.
I'm gonna get tackled for a loss like half the time.
Yep.
And then what's
You're
the
gonna break.
furthest?
What do you think your farthest run will be? That's a good
That's what I'm
question.
thinking. Yeah,
That's a good question.
4 yards.
4? I feel like I would get a good gap.
If you get a good gap, you.
I'm
could
not
probably
breaking
go
any
for-
tackles.
You could
That's
go
for
for like 8. You could go for like 8.
I could I can see you hit the
8?
seam for like 8.
I could see
Okay.
8.
Hey, I like that.
You said you run a 5-second 40.
At the like 4.95.
Did
is
you
what we
watch
did.
Hard Knocks yet?
No.
Coach Dable said he could run a 7-second 40.
Oh, I did see that clip though.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
He might be right around there, if not.
Yeah. What are you putting your money on if you had to?
He's got time to train or what?
He's got a
him a
month.
month.
Yeah, I got him.
You got a month.
I got him. Yeah, a month to train. 7 seconds for sure.
It's gonna be like 6.8, 6.85. That's not gonna go over well. So through all the years of your NFL and just football career in general, what has been the weirdest pre-game or pre-game meal or pre-game ritual that you've seen?
Anything like really stand out? Like something crazy that you're just like, I can't believe that guy does that.
I haven't seen anything super crazy. I mean, you got guys like bashing their head against the concrete wall as you come out the tunnel. Like,
That's not crazy.
That's
That's
not
nuts.
crazy at all. It's not crazy at all.
With the helmet on.
with the helmet
Okay,
on,
okay,
for sure.
okay.
Yeah, with the helmet on.
Without the helmet,
Just making sure. Hey, I need to clarify. I need to ask questions.
knock themselves out pre-game.
Yeah, probably nothing that's super crazy. Like, it is interesting to see like the mood people have to get themselves into play. So,
That's fair.
yeah, when I was at Indy, like Shaquille Leonard, he was on the aux all pregame, and game starts at 1, so he's in there probably by like 8 o'clock, 8:30,
Okay.
and he's in there. He's playing soul, he's playing R&B, he's playing like knocking them boots, like he's playing like all that, and it's like okay, like. He's getting into like a nice little flow and a rhythm. And then boom, 11 o'clock comes and we're playing like hardcore rap and
Oh yeah,
Boosie Badass and all that. So it's
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's interesting to see the 180 flip.
I like
Is
that.
it a team kind of rally and prep before the game, or is it like some people put in the headphones? They need to dial in.
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Like everyone's got their individual process, got your headphones in, but I mean the speakers blasting. So guys are feeding off each other. Good energy.
You have anybody that's like the go-to on the aux? Is it like you just mentioned?
Nick McLeod, Tay Banks, they held it down. Yeah.
I feel like it used to be Shep. Am I wrong?
It was Shep. I know. R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. He's still
Not R.I.P. but much love. Much love.
You wrote down here that Marshawn Lynch used to take a shot
Yeah,
or a shot and a half of Hennessy before every game.
yeah.
I knew a couple guys who would take some shots before the games for sure.
Really?
Crazy.
A quarterback couldn't do that. I don't think.
I mean, it's everyone's different. Like
You're
for
not
me,
wrong.
if I take that shot, I'm feeling it for 5 days later.
days later.
Some guys take a shot and they're ready to roll.
Yeah.
So-
I drank 2 days ago. I'm still feeling
It's
it.
like how we play golf. Like if we play golf, you got like the first drink or two, like your
Yeah.
performance might actually go up, but after a certain point, it goes down. You know what's
Diminishing effect.
incredible? Josh Gordon
Yep.
used to get like high, drink
Oh, yeah,
before the
yeah,
games.
that's insane.
He's like
He was balling.
It was balling.
insane.
What happened to Josh?
I had him in fantasy that year. I was like, I'm cooking. I'm good.
Do you want to ask your question?
Yeah. So Brian asked all like the actual questions, and I'm asking you, does it hurt to play every snap in the NFL? so we're gonna go to this one, and I don't know where I got this one from either. But sometimes we debate and we say like, which animal can you beat in a fight? Like, what's the biggest animal? So for you, I want to know, what is the biggest animal you think you could tackle?
Ooh.
So I got some animals here that I could give you some inspiration, but I want to hear it from, we could go back and forth a little bit here.
Yeah, can I get like a reference point or something?
Yeah, like a deer. Like deer is always my go-to. Can I beat it in a
Let's
fight?
say like it's like an Oklahoma drill and they're coming straight at you.
Oh, this deer is running at me.
Yes.
Full speed.
You guys are both running at each other. Can you take it?
I mean,
down?
I like my chances because I'm gonna kamikaze regardless. So
That's fair.
something's blowing up. Whether it's me, it's the deers, something's given.
No antlers though.
No antlers.
Antlers would be dangerous.
Yeah, antlers are dangerous. But
Antlers are
I could take a
dangerous.
deer. I could chop a deer's legs out.
Can
deer?
you go bigger or no?
All right, what are we, like a giraffe? Are we thinking that much bigger?
I
mean, that's
I
pretty
had
big.
giraffe on here, but I was thinking maybe a baby giraffe. I don't know. Like giraffes are pretty tall.
I
go
could
for
take
the
a
legs.
baby giraffe. Yeah.
You go for the legs.
I could hamstring tackle a baby giraffe.
String tackle. Yeah. I mean, I would pay to see that.
I was
Yeah.
thinking like kangaroo because they're
What's,
kind of
what's
tough.
the new rule?
Can't you like not turn someone over now?
Yeah, it's like you can't grab on their legs and like pull them in, and like the hip drop tackle.
Yes.
Could I hip drop a
Yes. You can.
Yeah,
You
I can
can.
hip drop a baby giraffe.
What about like a teenage bear? Like not a cub, but like not like a
teenage
full.
bear. Do we
That's-
remove the claws?
Yes.
Is that really gonna make the difference for you?
I mean, you got like those videos of like the Russian and like Eastern European like MMA fighters, and they're wrestling with bears growing
Khabib.
up.
That whole family is absolutely insane.
For real.
I wouldn't doubt if Putin does that. I would not doubt it. Or if
I
he did
think
it.
I could take a teenage bear. I could tackle a teenage bear.
I don't think I can.
What about a horse? Horse is tough because
no.
they're
Horse
fast.
is tough. They're fast as shit. If it's a stationary horse, I got it.
Okay,
If it's running at me, wish me luck.
that's good to know. Jackie
that's
Moon
tough.
wrestled a bear.
Jackie Moon did wrestle a bear.
Movie reference.
Have you seen that movie, Semi-Pro?
It's a classic.
Classic.
Okay. So I want to go into something else, just kind of on a side note.
Yep.
We want to talk about your entrepreneurship.
Yep.
How did you get started with your entrepreneurship? That's a long word.
It's a long
It's
word.
not that tough.
Entrepreneurial?
Yeah.
That one's tough. That one's got a little flair.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Presidential Travel Services is your company.
Yep.
Down in Miami.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about how you got started in it and how it's going now.
Yep. So basically, since 2019, when I was in the league every offseason, I was vacationing in Miami.
Okay.
And doing the whole thing, renting cars, renting boats, kind of making an annual trip out of it. So that's how I met my business partner. Now she was a broker in the business.
Okay.
Has connections deeply in Miami and works with a lot of NFL players, NBA players, rappers, artists in general. So yeah, basically just developing that relationship with her. And about a year ago, we started March 31st, 2023. We
Wow,
bought
so
our
you're only a year in.
yeah, about 16 months, 16, 17 months. So yeah, bought our first Escalade and never looked back. We're a full service black car chauffeur service in Miami. And we have drivers. You can send them out for errands, pick up groceries, pick up friends, whatever. We operate on like an hourly minimum, so you can have the
Nice.
car from like 4 hours to 10, 12, whatever you want.
It's like a whole day thing.
Whole day.
Damn.
And we have partnerships. We have partnerships with the Mondrian and Gale Hotel. Have partnerships with Prime 112, Playa,
Nice.
Victory, many of the top establishments in Miami. So if you book with us, you get the full concierge service.
I love that.
I mean, that's like the last thing I want to worry about on a
Yeah, I
trip. Like if
agree.
you go to Miami, you want to go and like have a good time and stuff. Like that's the
Exactly.
last thing I want. Like if I
For
just
sure.
have a driver all day,
And
go
it's
get
a
groceries.
hassle. It's a hassle
Yeah.
trying to figure out Ubers. It's a hassle trying to hit up promoters and get into this club and this. So if you book with us, we basically got you covered.
I've never went out in Miami.
Really?
No. Have you?
I've never been to Miami.
Really?
Yeah, my roommate has been
You
trying
guys
to go
might
to.
need to take a boys trip
I'm
to Miami.
Oh,
Listen,
that would
I'm
be
in.
fun.
And
Hey, we got
I know
you.
how we're getting around.
We got you for the friends and family discount.
Let's
we got
go.
you.
We're there. We're there. We'll just expense it to Makeshift and we'll just go down. We'll go
No,
film
my-
content.
Yeah, totally. My
on.
my roommate has been trying to go to Miami for literally like 5 years, and
Really?
every single time he tries to go, he either gets sick or there's a cancellation. That like he tried going the other day on like what day of the week is it? I don't
Was that
even
when the
know.
whole world shut?
Yeah, that the whole tech shut
clouds
down. So
were-
his flight was
Yeah.
delayed. He had to cancel the trip. It was like unbelievable. Every single
Really?
time, yeah, something's keeping him away, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah,
Might
that's
need burn some sage in his house or something.
yeah, right.
Gotta like put some good juju in there.
So we got to check that out.
Yeah.
Residential Travel Services.
Yeah, check it out. We got a website, social media, Instagram, all that.
Do a lot of like famous people ride with you or no?
A good bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had some NBA players,
That's awesome.
some artists, some high profile people.
That's great.
Yeah, a couple guys in the league. So
It's impressive. It's
Yeah.
impressive. Only 16 months in.
for real.
This is what you're doing.
So shout out my business partner Sarah Singley.
Yeah.
Came in with the clientele basis and got us off the ground.
There we go.
Incredible.
I love it.
All right, so I came with the games, the fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get more serious. We're gonna switch up the vibe. Now, total side note. So I did some research.
Okay.
You were in the high school choir.
Yep.
You sang on the set of the Chicago musical.
Yep.
And eventually you want to pursue a career in acting?
Potentially.
Potentially? Keep it
Potentially.
open door.
Keep it-
Open
yeah,
door.
open door.
Keep
Why
it
not?
Everything open.
New York, city of dreams.
So
Oh, yeah.
what got you into singing?
My family, really. I was singing in the church choir as a kid growing up. I have 3 sisters. My 2 older sisters were singing. So yeah, I was in my middle school choir. I was in my high school magical choir. We actually came here to New York and sang at Carnegie Hall twice. So
Oh, wow.
I've always loved singing. Singing's part of my family, and it brings me joy.
Do you have a dream music collaboration that you would want to have?
I mean, if I could get in the studio with like a Giveon or Burna Boy or something like that,
yeah.
That's awesome.
that'd be crazy.
That is awesome. What about if you did decide to go down the acting route?
Yep.
What would like your dream cast be? If you could work with like 3 guys
Ooh,
or girls, 3 guys or girls, any type of movie, you said it.
Jamie Foxx,
Yes.
Okay.
talented,
I
savant.
like that. He is super talented. He's all over the board.
Will Smith, I'm
Solid.
Legend is my favorite movie.
I love that. I referenced that movie on the last podcast. Yeah, same dog. German Shepherd.
That's my girl.
Thought she looked familiar.
And then yeah, I'd have like Morgan Freeman play like my grandpa or something.
Oh, yeah.
Or
So-
Maybe
the-
narrate the movie.
Yeah,
Why
voice-
not?
The voice of God.
The voice of
The
God.
voice of God.
Oh, it's too good. Too good.
Okay, so we do have a couple games for you.
Yep.
You have $15 to spend to create the perfect day in New York City.
Ooh-wee.
Okay? You're new to New York City.
Yep.
You gotta show out here.
the pressure's on.
The pressure's on. Level 1, you pick what borough you're spending it in.
Okay.
$1, you get Staten Island. $2, you get the Bronx. $3, Queens. $4, Brooklyn. $5, Manhattan.
Sheesh.
Now, this isn't my ranking. I found this on a website, and they rank the boroughs.
You also there's 4 levels,
Yep.
just so you know. All right.
and I get $15 to spend.
15
Yes.
bucks.
All right.
You're gonna offend some people.
You got to pick
Oh,
one.
but I don't get to budget based on the other categories.
No,
going
no,
forward.
no.
Yeah.
It's a
Sheesh.
secret.
It's a secret. That's what we do.
All right, you read them back to me. At least
Yep.
1 through 3.
$1 Staten Island. $2 Bronx. $3 Queens. $4 Brooklyn. $5 Manhattan.
Let's go $4 for Brooklyn.
I honestly like that pick a lot.
Yep.
Because you don't want to spend the full 5 and you still get a good borough. Not that the other ones are bad.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what you hinted
That's
at.
not what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry, other boroughs. But
Brooklyn's pretty dope. I like Brooklyn.
No, Brooklyn is sick. I'm a big Brooklyn guy. And I'm a Nets fan.
All right,
So it works.
let's go.
Next, you get a special New York guest. So this is who you're spending the day with.
Okay.
$1, you get a random person. $2, you get Dave Portnoy. $3, you get Eli Manning. $4, you get Adam Sandler. $5, you get Jay-Z.
Ooh,
There's a lot of swagger on this.
I'm
There's
very
a lot of
curious
swagger.
where you go with this here.
I mean, I gotta go Eli for 3.
Yeah.
It's the best value pick in the game.
I guess that is a good value
Yeah.
pick.
That's
Fine.
a perfect value pick.
It's a great value pick.
Just seems like a good time.
Great time.
Seems like a fantastic time. The Eli Manning show,
Yeah.
honestly, super underrated. The Eli Manning show, it's great.
Totally.
Tune in.
But you're
great.
going to be in Brooklyn and you're not choosing Jay-Z. You know,
Yeah,
like
that's
I feel like he knows
big
the inner
opportunity
spots.
there.
I mean, I don't know the last 2 categories.
That's fair.
I gotta say the 5.
You're not
Okay.
wrong.
This is why.
What am I, 7 out of 15 right now?
Yes.
So I got some money in the
You have
bank.
$8 left.
Yep.
All right. Level 3, you pick your food. $1, you get dirty water hot dogs. $2, you get a bagel and lox. $3, you get pastrami sandwich. $4, you're eating New York City pizza. And $5, you're going to your sushi place. Your favorite
Sushi!
restaurant. You're going for it. You're going for it.
Come on. I knew I budgeted wisely.
Somebody rang the doorbell.
Yeah, somebody did. Chill, girl. Should I go get it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
go
get
for it. Go for it.
Go for it. See, that's when I get scared of a dog. This podcast is brought to you by nobody. We still don't have a sponsor on the podcast. You can leave this in.
I decided to wear these shorts. This
is a
is
bad
a
move.
mistake.
I mean, I did too, but I have my
Nah,
laptop.
look at
on
me.
the
I'm
bottom.
like man spreading on the camera.
So stop.
I don't know how to not. They're like, this is the ones that got the underwear built in.
You should.
know? Could I cross my legs?
You got to leave this in.
Yeah, I will, of course.
No, you can't cross your legs. You're gonna look weird.
What if I
Maybe put
I
a
just
pillow.
feel like a pillow? I'm not doing a pillow in between.
Put a blanket on it or
Oh,
something.
it's just weird, man.
You would ask
I
if he
saw
has
once I
pants.
saw myself on the camera. It was like it's over.
I think mine's pretty bad, but my laptop's hiding it.
Yeah, I don't have my laptop's recording the audio.
So you're just totally side note. Can you guess how many snaps you averaged last season per game you played?
Oh, per game?
Yeah. Do you know?
I mean, let me do a little math. What I play, like 1,080 snaps or something, 17 game. I think it was like
Oh, yeah, you could do
70 a game or something, like 75?
66.4.
66.4?
Yeah.
All right.
You're like 10th in the league.
Really?
Pretty
take it.
impressive.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. That's the total side note. The food? Sushi.
Yeah.
What's the name of the place again?
Sugarfish.
Sugarfish. Is that in Brooklyn?
Uh-oh.
That's going to be a problem.
Now we're
gonna
going to
be a
get it
problem.
delivered.
That's going to be a
That's gonna
problem.
be, we'll get it delivered. We're door dashing.
Delivery to Brooklyn.
I mean, there's probably some great sushi spots in Brooklyn.
I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
There's good food spaces.
We'll go on
Sure.
TikTok
All
and
right.
find
So,
some.
side note again. Love
Yeah.
side notes. We had. Do you know who Joe Gatto is in Impractical Jokers? Joe. Do you know Impractical Jokers? No.
I've heard of it. But
Really?
It was a great show.
It's a great show. You should watch it. We had him on. He's from California, or he's from New York.
Okay.
But he lived in California, and now he's back in New York. He said food in California is better than food in New York. What's your take on that?
I'd say food in California is better. It's just not as trendy. Like
do you mean
maybe
by
the
that?
restaurants and establishments in New
Yeah.
York have more prestige around them and there's more ambiance.
Okay.
But California food is pretty great.
Okay.
I think what he said was that the
Yeah.
floor in New York is much lower. And like if you're going for like normal just food,
Yeah.
like California is more consistent. You still have the top tier, it's the same.
True.
And then everything else is around. So I think
I'll buy that.
He also said he was vegan. So he said there's a lot more vegan options
There's a
in,
lot
Yeah.
more vegan options
in
but it
California.
used to not be. And
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah.
The last level. So how much? You have 5,
Would I
3,
go 4, 3, 5?
Yeah.
4, 3, 5.
So math would
9
tell us
plus
that's
3 is
$3 left.
$3 left.
$3 left.
You got $3 left.
Oh, this is me. Okay. You got your activity.
Yeah.
So what you're doing for the day outside of eating sushi. $1, you get walking 10 miles. $2, you get to go see a play. $3, you go to a museum. $4, courtside at a Knicks game. $5, a New York Giants game.
Now you could leave Brooklyn for this one, but you don't have enough money now.
I'm stuck in Brooklyn. Are there other Broadway shows in Brooklyn?
That's a you question. Probably
Gotta be some
somewhere.
thea- there's gotta
I'm
be
sure there's some
gotta be some
underground
theaters.
play. You know who
Yeah.
would know? Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
But you don't
If you were
have him
with
with
him.
you.
You have Eli.
Hopefully Eli's got a friend.
So you and Eli are just hanging out, eating sushi in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Going to a play.
I mean, a lot of people
Do you
would
want
like
the
that.
play or do you want the museum?
You go to the play, I think.
I'll take the play.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's very fair.
Do I get another $1 to double back somewhere?
Sure.
You could walk 10 miles too.
What was the second category?
who you're spending it with? You could go with a random person too.
Oh, I meant can I add another dollar to my pick? Like,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Can I go from a 3 to a 4 or something?
Brooklyn to Manhattan, Eli to Adam Sandler.
Ooh, wee.
Because now if you go to Manhattan, then you get to play on Broadway.
I gotta max out. I gotta max out the borough.
Okay, we're
Deal.
going Manhattan.
Manhattan, we'll
Manhattan.
see you, baby.
Manhattan. Manhattan it is. And then we have one more game for you
All right.
that we came up with. Shh. You could talk all you want. His dog Kona is in the background. If anybody,
Yep, she's a
if
sweetheart.
anybody has any idea what we're doing right now. Do you want to intro this one?
Sure.
Go for it.
Oh, you took my ranking out of here.
I changed your ranking.
I was going to have you rank college mascots. I was so excited.
Really,
What at Stanford tree?
the tree.
Where
Don't
do you
they have
think
another
that-
mascot though?
So we're the Stanford
Yes.
Cardinals, but our tree is the mascot. Unofficial mascot is the tree.
The tree is the mascot.
Why? What's
why
going
is
on?
that
I
a
heard
thing?
Red Oak. Or what? I don't know.
Stanford's got some wacky stuff going on.
And it's like decorated, right?
Yeah, it's
As
decorated.
if it's Christmas all the time.
Yeah, he puts on a show every game.
Bleacher Report put it as the 5th best college mascot.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
Truly.
Wow.
It's definitely identifiable.
Yeah.
But I had that, and he put in this. So, but this is also a very good one. I do like this one a lot.
All right, let's
Very
roll.
well done.
Thanks.
All right. Rank these Bob or Bobbies without knowing who comes next.
Okay.
So you know you're familiar with the blind rankings.
Yeah.
Okay. First, you got Bob Marley.
1 through 5.
1 through 5.
One's the best, 5 the worst.
Gotta go 1
1.
Right off the bat.
right off the bat.
I mean, he's an icon.
There's
I
a
mean,
lot.
am I on this list?
I don't
No
know.
one
I have
knows
no
that.
idea. This is why.
No
this
one
is
knows
the point
that.
of the game.
Jeez.
Point of the game.
All right, is that my final answer? I can go.
You can change
You
it.
can do
if
whatever
need
you
it.
want.
I'll go 2.
You go 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case. Next one is SpongeBob.
Ooh, that's a great
Now he's
Bob.
also an icon. He's a
an
legend.
icon.
A lot of good Bobs.
Yeah, right?
All right, 3.
Ooh.
3. Bob Marley over. I
What's the
agree
thought
with
process there? Why are you going there?
I mean,
that. Bob Marley.
SpongeBob's a little juvenile.
Okay, that's fair. Flipping
Bob
patties,
Marley's an icon.
catching jellyfish.
Yep.
Bob or us?
I love Bob Ross.
R.I.P.
I hope he could. Yeah, RP.
Actually, R.I.P.
Actually,
RIP.
Not like
Pay respects.
Sterling Shepard.
Is that sad to put him last? We just said RP.
Hey, it's
You
your
could-
list.
You could do it.
It's your list. You do what you
I think
want.
it's fair.
All right, let's put. Sheesh, Bob Rob's an icon though.
He's an icon.
This is why we play. This is what
This
we
is
play.
why
for.
we play. Let's go Bob Ross at 5.
See, like your game day experience is like you stress out about the plays. This is what we stress out about.
This is stressful.
This is what we stress
This
out
is
about. This is our job
high-stress situation.
Totally different jobs.
A little different.
What'd you go? 4, 5?
5.
I went 5.
5. Okay. Bob the Builder.
Now that's an iconic Bob.
That's an iconic Bob. And that was like my first Bob that I like personally identified with.
Wow.
Okay.
It doesn't get much bigger than that then.
But I got to go 4 if we're going on the juvenile range.
Okay. We're keeping that
SpongeBob.
What did Bob ever do?
that trend alive.
Built too many.
Great Bob though. Great Bob.
Like trying
And then
to
the
figure
last
out.
one.
You ready?
Yep.
Bobby Okereke.
1.
Number
There it
1.
is.
You
Yeah,
saved
we
it. You're
saved it.
happy you switched
happy I
last
saved
second?
it.
That
Thanks.
felt
That was
good, didn't it? That
Smooth.
felt really good.
That was very
I
solid.
like my list.
That's not a bad list.
It's not a bad list.
I mean,
SpongeBob versus Bob the Builder. SpongeBob's still more iconic.
yeah, you gotta go.
Gotta
SpongeBob.
go SpongeBob.
Was that your go-to cartoon growing up, or was it Bob the Builder? Bob the
As
Builder
a
or
kid,
claymation?
there was low-key like a
depends.
little like what do we call it? There was an Adult Swim like Bob the Builder spinoff. Which
Was there?
hilarious. I mean, it was like
What?
you know how like the like short clips, like 15-minute
Yeah, yeah,
episodes,
yeah.
and yeah, there was a couple Bob the Builder. It was hilarious.
I did not know that. I'm not in tune with Bob the Builder past. Like,
He's juvenile, man.
he's juvenile.
What's that an about?
Yeah, I like my list. I'll stand by it.
All right.
Yeah,
no,
no.
I think you did very well.
Yeah.
Very well.
I'm gonna put you on the hot seat right now.
All right.
What's the Giants' record this season?
You want a real answer? You want more wins than losses?
I want I want your answer.
My answer. We're going to the playoffs.
Yes.
So what is that? Minimum the floor is 9 wins.
Is it? Yeah.
You could probably go 8 and 9 and still make the playoffs, but we got a tough
Probably.
division. So at least
It
9
is a
and
tough
8.
division.
Let's go 10 and 7.
I like it.
He was supposed to say 17 and 0, but
Was that the play there?
no. Who's your least favorite and favorite team to play?
My favorite team to play is probably the Bills.
The Bills.
I just
Really?
always play great against the Bills.
In Buffalo?
In Buffalo.
It's a cold city.
It's a cold city. It's a great stadium.
Is
great,
it?
Great atmosphere.
Aren't they redoing it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're building a dome or not. It's an outdoor stadium.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's the least favorite?
Least
team?
favorite? Probably the Saints.
Why is that?
I've got my ass kicked by the Saints multiple times
Oh, yeah?
in New Orleans.
Alvin
That's a
Kamara?
good-
He's a stud.
Yeah. What running back hits the hardest? Or what running back do you have the most difficulties with when you play?
That's a good question.
Good.
Hits the hardest. I'd say Josh Jacobs.
Okay, that makes sense.
Most difficulties with, it's the bigger backs that move well in space. So like
Yeah.
a Derrick Henry, a Najee Harris, those guys have given me some trouble
It's the bigger backs that move well in space.
for sure.
Is that a fact? Like the smaller backs are more what? Speedy.
Well, that's the
just
thing. If
north and
you can
south?
move well in space, and if you're a small back,
Yeah.
but then it's like you still need momentum to go like get a bigger back on the ground. You see what I'm saying? Like
That's fair.
if I'm like playing hooky with a fucking small back, like all I got to do is get an arm on him, and then I can drag him down.
Yeah.
But if I'm playing hooky with a big back, and then he gets moving, like he's not coming down easily. So
That's true.
yeah,
Damn. Who's the toughest receiver you'd have to cover?
sheesh.
'Cause you're in coverage.
Yeah, I'm in coverage.
You're in coverage. You had what? 2 picks last season?
I had
Almost
2
a pick
picks.
six?
Yeah, I need 4 this year. Almost a
Almost.
pick
Is
six.
the first touchdown coming?
First, I had a pick 2. It doesn't count.
Okay.
So first touchdown's coming
Okay.
soon. Hardest receiver to cover in space.
Pick 2 is almost more impressive.
Yeah.
99 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
99
It
yards.
definitely is.
That's a great question. I guess I'm got to think who's cooked me before.
Cooked me.
Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very
My
fair
Raiders
answer.
tape from a couple years ago, not pretty.
That's very fair.
I have a question about just something I will never understand.
Yep.
So the Chiefs in the playoffs last year, one of the coldest games of all time, right? Why don't players wear sleeves? Is it solely just like a tough thing? Like there are people at that game that like suffered from frostbite, and I know you're moving, but like why
Yep.
not?
Some of it's a tough thing, like tough guy thing for sure. You want to be hyped up. Some of it is you don't want to overheat. Like you don't want to get too hot either because that'll fatigue you. And on those cold weather games, you got heated benches. You got the heater. Like it's literally like a battery, whatever. It's like engine powered heater on the sideline, generator power heater, and that thing's blasting too. So if you're playing a lot, like you could get too hot. So I like the thermal and then like cut it off, kind of show the arms a little bit, but not
Okay.
get too hot. But yeah,
It's usually the linemen, no? That
they
don't
might
wear
they
the
might have some
sleeves.
extra weight, keep them.
Yeah,
keep
I mean,
'em
that's
warm.
not. You're
Some
not
wide
wrong.
receivers too. Some wide receivers go
Yeah.
out and they
No,
don't
for
wear.
sure.
and,
I guess
like,
you're right.
A Tyreek Hill didn't wear.
That's your guy.
That's my guy. He's on my team.
Do we play the Dolphins this season?
I don't know. Gotta check.
You edited the schedule release.
I
You
did.
should know.
No, we don't play the Dolphins this season. We don't play the
Played them
Dolphins.
last year.
If we play the Dolphins this season, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the Giants organization. Yeah, that was bad. That's all I got for you.
Yeah. My last question.
Yep.
And this is from a guy who's trying to get back in the gym. You're in shape. You're a football player.
Yep.
For an average Joe,
Yep.
how do we get back on track here?
Get
'Cause
back on
I was
track?
going for a while and then I got slow. Like what am I going and doing? Am I sticking to the basics? Am I not eating? Like what do I have to do? Not to get NFL player, but just
Yep.
average Joe.
Average Joe.
I mean, obviously, most important thing is showing up. So, boom. That's all you got to do. Just
losing
set
that
your
battle.
alarm and just show up to the gym, or set your alarm and go to your backyard, work out, whatever you got to do. Number 2 is consistency. So, regardless of what you do, just don't start for like 3 days and then get sore and then
Yeah.
not do it. So, showing up with consistency. And then 3, I mean, I like the basics. Just like wake up every day and just do like 25, 50 push-ups, or like just do some air squats. And then once you start building your foundation, you'll be like, oh shit, I feel good. Let me try bench press and let me try squat. But I think you just keep it simple, honestly.
you
I used to
did him at the
go-
bar the other night.
Yeah.
Did him at the bar.
I used to go like 20 times a month. I was
Really?
feeling great. Yeah, I was consistent for like
Damn.
7. It doesn't look like it now.
What
'Cause
happened?
I don't know. We got busy doing
He got
this
a girlfriend.
stuff. I know, and I got a
You
girlfriend.
got a girlfriend.
Respect.
You got a girlfriend. I have one more question because he just said something. He said, "You're a football player. What's your take on American versus British football? What's the real football?"
You mean like soccer, football?
That is what I mean.
I mean,
Do you know the background here?
no.
It's
We'll
very
tell you the
interesting background.
after the tape.
After the
Yeah.
take. I mean, the original versus the real is a different distinction.
Yeah.
The real football is American football, obviously.
Yes.
Original
for
football.
America.
I'll pay respects to where football started from. We got the name.
Okay. But it started as football there.
Yep.
They coined the term soccer, the British.
The British.
They used it for like a very long time.
Yeah.
And then it was adapted by us because they moved here.
Okay.
The sport moved here.
Yep.
So it was called soccer there and here for a long time. And then they, on purpose, changed it back to football just because out of spite because we were using it. So they made it. They're being a little hypocritical.
So
there,
we're commandeering it. It's all good.
basically.
And
American
that's a
football.
great word. That might have been the best word
That
of the
is a good
podcast.
u-
Word of
that
the
is a good
podcast,
Salute.
not entrepreneurial, whatever it was.
That was That's tough too.
That's the pod 92.
Yes.
Do you want to plug anything you got coming up? Obviously this season.
Yes,
and
sir.
any entrepreneurial endeavors?
Yeah.
That's 2 big words.
that is very good.
Okay, we like it. Obviously, my company, Presidential Travel Services, Black Car Chauffeur Service in Miami. Instagram at Presidential Travel Services. Our website, presidentialtravelservices.com. Shout out my business partner, Sarah Singley. Shout out my marketing agent, Teresa Reed, set this whole thing up. So salute to you guys.
And we'll put all of that in the description of the video. So go follow on all platforms.
Yes, sir.
What a pleasure.
What a pleasure.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go Giants.
Look, Kona's all
You gonna
tired
say
over
it?
there. I don't know if I can.
Let's go Giants.
Let's go Giants.
Let's go, Giants.
I'll say it. Fine.
That's a
Dang.
pod.
That's a wrap.
That's a pod. Much respect, guys. Hell yeah.
That was great.
That was great.
Boom. Good shit.
Tony, you did great.
Good girl.